Hi, Gail. Hi, Ellen. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's Ellen here at Crazy for You, and I have Ginny.
Hi.
So this is new, right? This is a new format for us, and I've got another screen over there in case I want to show you guys something on Ravelry. But I have this weird mouse, so everything is a little up in the air. Technically, I apologize in advance. Let me know if you can hear us. Okay. Hey, Amelia. Hey, Ellen, Valerie. Oh my goodness, Karen. See, they all tuned in to see you.
Oh, it's me. It's me, right? Okay. Whoa. Thanks, guys.
Nobody shows up for me. They just want to see you.
I always tell Ellen she does such a good job of talking to nobody. But, oh, this is so exciting.
Yeah, no, I don't have to talk. I'm not talking to nobody. They're there. They're there. Right? Oh, good. Sound is good. Excellent.
Right.
So I'm anxious to hear how you like this new format. I got to tell you, I love it. I love it.
I'm going to take my glasses off because I'll tell you, I can't see anything with my glasses, so I may as well not have them on because they're in the way.
Right. So, yeah. So what I thought tonight, so people are seeing you like there's the camera.
Oh,
so if you want to pretend like you're looking at the
Pretend
camera.
I'm
Right.
looking at that.
Yeah.
There's the camera.
That's the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only ever did like community theater, live stage kind of stuff. And my bonus was that I couldn't see. So it didn't matter who was out there in the audience. It was just like, same thing, talking to a void.
Right.
So it's nice that you're there.
Yes, they're actually here. So we love that. Hey, Danette. Hey, Rita. Bella. Oh my goodness, Gwen. Oh, I told you they're all out to see you. So I'm waiting for Terry Wood because the last time I did a live from the shop on the sofa, she said, "Oh, I have it on the big screen, and it's like you're just right there in my living room with me." And I think that's fun. That's what we want,
Uh-huh.
It's just like coming to the shop and hanging out with us, and knitting. I don't have my knitting. Oh my gosh, I didn't bring all my knitting.
You didn't bring your knitting? She told me I had to bring all my knitting.
I know. I said, okay, so we were going to kind of go through what was on our needles. I thought that would be sort of fun to kind of talk about where we were, what projects we had kind of, in process. And Ginny was saying she only has 2.
Currently, yes. Those are
2 projects.
Those are my 2. I have 2 projects. Well, actually, it's 3 projects if you think about it.
Okay.
Because I'm working on. I started to do the tungsten sweater that's in the new Rowan magazine with felted tweed, and it's an argyle pattern. I'll pull it up and show you. But unfortunately, about 7 weeks ago, I tripped and fell, and in the process broke a bone in my hand. So I've been wearing a brace for the last 7 weeks, and yarn and Velcro do not marry well.
Have you seen those knitting bags that have the Velcro that close them? I'm like, what are you
Not
thinking?
a good idea. So my knitting sort of went on hiatus. I tried, I carry in my left hand, which is something I learned to do when I was actually in my 30s. I learned to throw. So I thought, well, because my brace was on my left hand, and I said, okay, you can just go back to throwing. And I got such a pain in my arms. I was like, never mind. This was why I learned to carry in my left hand.
Do you throw like this?
I throw. I throw. So,
like a baseball.
Like a baseball. So anyway, my knitting's just been on hiatus. But the brace came off last week. See, my fingers are all working again. And so
do you have any pain left? Is it a painful?
No pain other than the fact that they did point out that I have a fair amount of arthritis in this finger. So I had to have my rings all cut off. So, so I don't have my beautiful diamond on.
Has anybody seen Ginny's diamond? She's a beautiful emerald-shaped diamond. It's pretty stunning.
But it'll go back on. It'll get fixed. So it's been fixed before, actually. It's the second time I've had to have my rings cut off. So
you live a hard life.
I lived a hard life, yeah.
So I guess the thing that I thought was really funny about this is I asked Ginny how many works in progress she had, and she said 3. Mm-hmm. And I said, really? Only 3?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about some of the other stuff, and she said to me, well, I have others, but I don't plan on finishing those.
I mean, the club has the PhD program, which I think is a really cool thing because it's the opportunity to really work on something that you might not be so inclined to work on. Yeah, I like to do sort of current stuff, and what happens is you get involved in the new thing, and the one that you were working on suddenly isn't of that much interest anymore, so it gets kind of put aside, and so I think devoting like even if it's just 1 hour a week on the PhD to pull out one of those old things that you were working on before, to devote that 1 hour to them. I think that's a really cool idea.
If you want to finish it, though.
If you want to finish it,
right?
I have a sweater that I did quite a while ago, and it got one of those things that got put aside, and I really don't want to finish it because it's just not what I want to wear anymore.
Is it ugly?
I got old.
Is it frumpy? Is it sexy? What is it?
It's well, you and I had this discussion about style. It has a frill.
A frill? Okay.
Yeah.
You look up tailored in the dictionary. There's a picture of Ginni Stein.
So this was, I don't know where my head was when I chose this pattern, but it was one of those things. And I was like, oh, that looks nice.
Was everybody knitting it? Did it look great on the model?
Absolutely not. But it was a nice picture. It was a really good picture.
Whose design was it?
It was an Elspeth Lowold.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So at any rate, it's never going to get done. It's going to get ripped out. I mean, I like the yarn.
Is it empathy?
No, it's silky wool.
Oh, silky wool.
Silky wool. Yeah. So, and then I have another sweater that I started last year when we were in shutdown, right? And I know some of you know my daughter is a knitter, and also my granddaughter is a knitter, and my granddaughter's in England.
She works at a yarn store.
And she's actually working in a yarn shop now, in addition to finishing up her PhD, but a real PhD.
An actual PhD, not a project half done.
So we were doing this transatlantic, transcontinental thing, actually, because my other granddaughter's out in Colorado is also a knitter. So we were, doing this whole thing, and we were knitting while we were, online and Zooming. And so I had pulled out some yarn and found a pattern and started working on it. And all of the pieces got done while we were going through, the Zoom calls. And then I started to think about, I need to sew this up. But I thought, I don't like this. So again, it was great process. And I tell people that in the shop, that part of knitting for me is just the process. It really feels good to be knitting.
Don't you just feel frustrated though? I mean,
not at all.
Oh my God, you're so patient. You're so
I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person.
You're not. How can you say that? I mean, you're willing to rip something out like no sweat.
Yeah, I rip. Yeah, why not?
I hate to rip stuff out.
Why
I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. I don't know. It just feels
I enjoyed what I was doing.
Backwards.
I enjoyed doing it while I was doing it.
Oh God.
So,
did you bring tungsten?
I brought tungsten.
All right, everybody wants to see tungsten. It's so beautiful.
Well, it's not so beautiful right now because it's all in a mess. Okay, so here we are, and I started to work on it, and then I took it home, and all of the yarns kind of got messed
tungsten
up.
Tungsten is in tarja, and it's got like
tarja.
4 different colors, and it's got this little skinny strand of diamante, which is beautiful, but
so,
man, what a
and
pain.
You know what? I should have finished this row, but let me do a real quick slide here while we're talking.
Okay, so we have a question here. Cindy asks, what is PhD? PhD, I had these 2 women in the shop, and they were saying, oh, we can't buy any more yarn. We're too busy. We're working on our PhDs. And I said, oh, that's really great. She goes, yeah, project's half done. I love that. I think that's so hilarious. You can say that. Oh, I'm too busy. I'm working on my PhD. Yes, absolutely. So in the club, we have Thursday nights at 7:30. We do projects half done. And it's really fun because, sometimes you just need to go over it with somebody else and say, do I even want to finish this? I mean, that question of, is this something that I actually want to wear, And do I even like this yarn anymore? I mean, maybe it was a long time ago, and maybe you did in spring for the nicest yarn, and maybe you hate the yarn, and really maybe you hate the color or whatever. I mean, why spend your time on that? Knitting's a hobby, right? Anyway.
Okay.
So that's what a PhD is.
That's what a PhD is.
We're just being cute.
But this is not anywhere near half done.
Not even.
Okay. So
can you see this?
Can you see that if I hold that up?
Yeah. Right. Here. Spread it out.
Ooh. Don't spread it out too much, Ellen. Get your hands off it.
No touchy. Okay, I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, okay. So it's got this like little argyle thing starting up. It's this really, really cute pattern. I'm going to see if I can bring it up. This technology is a little more complicated over here. Maybe not. Anyway, so that's one that you started, and you're going to work continually on that.
I am definitely going to do this because I know some people have heard this before, but my very first project as a teenager was a pair of argyle socks, because
that's
they
what
were
you learned to knit on.
Huh?
You learned to knit on argyle socks?
Yes.
Like not even any practice swatch.
Swatch?
Don't tell me.
When you're 14, swatch.
You learned to knit when you were 14?
Yes.
Wow.
So, and I got to tell you, I mean, the yarn came from Woolworths. Anyway. I mean, this was back in the 50s. That's the 1950s.
There haven't been a 2050s yet.
That's true. So, but it wasn't the 1850s.
No. You sure?
Yeah. So I'm going to turn this around, because what's really cool about this is, I mean, I have those little bobbins, and some of those bobbins were on my argyle socks.
Oh my God. 14. That's a long time ago. Ginni.
That's a long time ago, right? But I had to go buy some new bobbins because I didn't have enough bobbins.
And did you know the new bobbins are not anywhere near as good as the old bobbins?
I don't like the new bobbins. I like my old bobbins. So anyway, so that's tungsten. Did you find it? Did you find it?
You know what? I'm so afraid I'm going to mess this up.
Well, I mean,
Let me see if I can do this.
We can get the magazine and just show the picture.
Yeah.
There's a nice big picture in the magazine.
All right, here we're going to do this.
So
let me see if I can find
that. Would mean I'd have to get out of this couch.
All right, hang on just a second. I'm going to bring up tungsten. Yeah, it's really cute. It's from the new issue of Rowan, the new Rowan magazine. Here it is.
All right.
Let me bring this up. Okay, sorry for the. It's not as slick as when I'm home, but it's more fun this way, isn't it?
Yeah, me too.
All right, there's tungsten. Can you see? Isn't that pretty? I think that's just beautiful.
And it's all felted tweed except for that's one thread of diamante that's carried, and that's the skinny lines that you see on the diamonds, or the felted tweed with the diamante.
Yeah, super pretty.
Yeah, so I just thought it was it has a lot of memory for me.
Is that part of why you chose it? Aw, I didn't know you were so sentimental.
Yeah.
You didn't knit Chuck's argyle socks?
Speaking of Chuck socks.
Oh God. Are Chuck's Tootsies cold for now these many years? Do you know I've been married to my husband, not as long as you've been married to your husband. I've never knit my husband a single thing. Not one thing.
Well, I've knit my husband a couple of sweaters,
several vests.
One vest. But my daughter loves to make socks, and she still prefers to do them on double pointed needles. And so
those are double points.
Yeah, she suggested to me that I make Dad a pair of socks because she had additional yarn that she had already used. And so she gifted me with the yarn.
That's Claudia's hand paint.
Yes.
I don't even think she's in business anymore.
No. She gifted me with the yarn, and she also gifted me with these really skinny.
Those are lantern moon needles. Those are beautiful.
But they are really skinny. And
I'm surprised you haven't broken those.
That's the problem. They actually sell these with 8 of them at a size because you're going to break them. So I started these socks, and so this is one of those things that's probably 10 years ago. that I started this.
Why did you break the yarn?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but Ellen wanted to see my unfinished projects
Yes,
for
I
tonight.
did.
So
I did.
this
I
is
thought
one of
that'd be
my.
fun.
So I have a feeling that these are never going to get done for my husband. Given, we only have that many years, so many years left.
If you're not going to spend them knitting socks.
I love him, but
I once heard a joke. It reminds me of that. Okay, I'm going to tell this joke. I hope you're not offended. There was a guy, and he was bald. Somebody was commenting on the fact that he was bald. And he goes, men only have so much testosterone in their body. And, well, if you want to spend yours knitting, growing hair,
I'll spend mine doing something else, right? Yeah.
Sock yarn. Okay, so I want to show you guys. I brought this over because if you're not here, you haven't seen it because it's not on the website. But if you like this and you want it, just email me and I will send it to you. So we have an exclusive relationship. We're exclusive with Tea Time Fibers. She's our beautiful, talented, wonderful Nicole. And she is doing hand dye for us. She's doing limited edition hand dyes in like seasonal colors. So I thought this one was beautiful. This one is, this was last month. This was November. This is called Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. I'm going to bring it up and show it to you. Tell me when everybody can see this.
I'll bring down just a hair. Okay, good.
All right, so that's Cranberry Pumpkin
You can
Spice.
turn it sideways so that there you go.
All right, isn't that pretty? So I think that's really pretty. This is sock yarn, but you could also use it for shawls. And this one, oh my gosh, look how beautiful this is for the holiday season. This is called poinsettias. And this would make gorgeous socks if you're sock people.
That's good. To your left. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Isn't that pretty? Mm-hmm. So very cool, very fun. And it's kind of exciting to pick the colors and stuff. So there's that. I thought that was really fun. How many of you are sock knitters? I'm not a sock knitter.
Nor am I, apparently.
You have knit a pair of socks.
I have knit socks. Yes, I have knit socks. So,
I have knit 2 pairs of socks.
I've knit more than that, but I'd rather spend my time on sweaters.
I like things that show.
Yeah, it is one of those things about socks. I mean, you spend all this time, you've got these beautiful yarn, and who's going to see it? Because you stick your foot in a boot in the wintertime. I think that's the other thing. I mean, we were up in New England, and I wore boots from October when the snows fell until April when the snow stopped.
So Cindy's saying that she's been married 36 years and she's only knit 2 pairs of socks for her husband, which is 2 more than you.
2 more than me. We've been married 61.
That's a long time.
Yes, it is.
Do you ever get bored?
No.
You act like that's appalling. You never get bored?
I don't think so. I mean, we do have private time. Yeah, and that's important. We each have our own space.
Yeah.
No matter
you get to come to the shop.
I get to come to the shop. He goes to the college. So
yeah. That's good.
We keep busy.
I don't get bored either. I haven't been married 60 years. 20 years.
20 years. Right.
That's a long time.
I love Bill. I love her husband.
That's because he's you.
She's my husband.
Yeah, I am very like Chuck.
Yeah, she's very much like my husband.
Annoying.
No. She's exciting. She's exciting and
talk about this pillow. See? Mwah. This is Ginny's latest. She is the knitting fool, right? Have you seen this?
Yeah, this I got done pretty much. All I had to do when the brace was on was to sew it together. So
did you knit this while the brace was on?
No, I sewed it together. I had pretty much finished it when the brace came on. So
yeah.
So the sewing together was okay because I was using my right hand just to sew. And, I basically had a towel over my left hand with the Velcro.
Oh my God. You did a nice job sewing it too.
Yeah. It's kind of cute.
Yeah. So what do I have on my needles? I got this finished last night. This is my black tank. Whoever decided that it was a really good idea to knit something in black was an idiot. That would be me. But I ran into trouble and I had to take out the bottom of it. This is front. I had to take out the bottom of the back. And, I put it back together and I wasn't happy with it. And I'm still not happy with it, but I'm not going to take it out again. I'm done. Right now, I just need to block it and sew it. So this is a thing. I guess it's still a work in progress, although it's not on my needles. I think it still counts because it's not completely done. It will be on my needles. You have an Afghan too.
It's not an Afghan.
Oh, okay.
If you were here at the retreat, we were doing the little, I got to find the one that we were doing at the retreat. It was this one. Everybody was, learning how to, up that way. I got to remember that the camera's over
there.
Yeah. So
we see your comments here. So
this is what we did at the retreat, was working on these things. And I thought that, I enjoyed doing them. So I have these 2 3-year-old great granddaughters, right? And I thought it would be kind of cool to make little heart pillows for each of them. So I reversed the colors. So each of them is going to get a little heart pillow, and there will be, and
does each pillow have 4 blocks?
Each pillow will have 4 blocks.
These are for the great-granddaughters?
These are for the great-granddaughters. And
only the best for the great-granddaughter who eats lobster mac and cheese for dinner.
That's right. That's the one that was here for Thanksgiving, had lobster mac and cheese at Sweet Bay. So, and then I did this one of the things that he had the little, had their initials in it.
Can you see that?
So this is a C and a D for Charlie Doherty. And this is an A and an S for Aubrey Stein.
Oh, right? That's so cute.
And then I will fill them in with some of the solids, solid hearts ones. So if you can picture, it's going to be kind of like this and this with another solid down there.
Like that, sort of.
That's kind of my idea.
Cute.
And then the solid backing. So
which color are you going to use? They're going to use different color for each one, alternate?
They're going to, I said this will go with this and another, and then the other one will have this.
Right, but with
the lighter one.
Is one of them going to have a purple back and one of them going to have the neutral back?
Depends on how much yarn I got.
I was going to say, I just want to point out, gosh, who was it? Is it Beverly? Yes, she has clear boots. We talk about socks.
Oh, the socks with the
clear boots.
Yeah.
I need me some clear boots. Do they have high heels? If I can find some high-heeled clear boots, I would be in business. I would knit socks.
So, anyway, that's my other work in progress. So.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a Afghan in progress too. I brought it to show you. It's really appalling. This is a Noro. I do love this. So they're squares like this. So you make them in mitered squares. They're all in one piece. So this is all one piece. It's not sewn together. And you make a bunch of these squares and you sew them together. These are clipped together. Whoops.
You come undone.
I've come undone. Yeah. These are clipped together. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 done. And I'm going to sew those together. I haven't decided how many I actually want to do.
How big do you want it to be?
Big. I want it to be big. I have a lot of yarn. This is that yarn that's over in the basket. And every time inventory comes, it's like, what are we going to do with this? I'm making a blanket. Leave it. Just leave it alone. I'm making a blanket. So this is fun. This is actually a pattern from Modern Daily Knitting, MDK. They have it on Ravelry and it's shown the crosses.
Oh,
so what they do is this little section right here is worked in the same color as the border. So instead of having a square in the middle, you have this cross.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty. And then I saw somebody do it this way and I thought, yeah, I like that. I like that better. So that's what I'm doing. And I've been working on this
a long time.
Really long time. I think both of these colors of silk garden are discontinued. But yeah. But it's nice because, I take this when I travel. This is my project that I take on the plane because I can put, on double pointed needles. I can put one skein of yarn, and I can finish, a whole of this center section on a cross country plane trip.
There you go.
And I have one kid in Seattle and one kid in Oregon and one kid in San Diego. They all moved away from
They all moved away from there, from Southern Maryland, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'll forgive them. Oh, I did bring mine. Yes, I did. Okay. What else is on my needles?
What else? Your pink sweater.
My pink sweater. This is actually called Contentment. A lot of you guys are knitting this. I know Ellen is knitting this, and Ellen Orr, and let's see, Meredith and Rita, all knitting. This is really pretty. It's one of those with a raglan line. I don't knit a lot of raglans, but this has been really fun.
Is it?
Yeah. So we kind of did a fun thing where, look at how I did that. I'm really proud of this, actually, how I did the decreases. So, the decrease at the beginning, you work in the opposite direction. This is knit two together.
Yeah.
And then at the end, this is slip, slip, knit.
Slip, knit.
And you know that slip, slip, knit and knit two together don't actually match.
They don't look the same.
Right. So look what I did is I did slip, slip, knit at the end, and I did purl two together on the wrong side. And they look exactly the same.
Oh, so they do.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, but I do know, I do know that the knit two together and the slip, slip, knit look a little bit different.
They do. They look really different.
Yeah.
But, the point of this one is that you want, it's worked as a fully fashion.
Right.
So
So
the
fashion,
decreases lie in the opposite direction.
Mhm.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah. Excellent.
Thank you. I have to get validation from Ginni because she's my shop mom. Isn't that silly? What else am I doing?
What is that one?
Oh, this is the one that I started. This is the sleeve for that cowl cardigan.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I love this yarn so much. This is Kid Classic.
It's classic.
Have you knit anything in Kid Classic?
I don't think so. I was going to bring the sweater that I had done in the Alpaca Soft Decay, but it's unfortunately still damp.
We have your
Because
other
I washed
vest
it.
that you did in Alpaca Soft Decay.
Yeah, the gray vest is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like Alpaca Soft Decay. It's a really good, it feels good in my hands.
It's a beautiful yarn.
Yeah, to work with.
Yeah. So, what are you guys working on? Tell us what you're working on. Let's see. Pink sweater surprise. Okay. Yes, it's shocking, isn't it, that I would be knitting a pink sweater? I've been knitting a lot of gray. I'm knitting a lot of gray sweaters.
It's been hanging out with me too much. So
That must be.
Gray.
Pink sweater can mean many things. Yes. Oh, Rita started seaming. Excellent. Okay. And Jenna says that Alan says hi. Is Alan watching us? How many of your husbands are watching us? You probably think we're insane. Guys have no
Alan's
idea.
watching because I'm on.
Of course he is. He doesn't watch me. He doesn't care about me. Everybody comes to see you,
Is
Ginni.
the cat watching too?
Shaniqua. Shantiqua. Yeah. All right. Yes, the cat is watching. So, Amy's finishing her gray tank. Yes, shocking. Amelia. Oh my God, this is so fun. I like this. Do you guys like this format? I tell you, I'm having a much, much better time than I am by myself. That's why we like working together.
That's right. Yes.
We have
It's fun.
together.
It's fun in this shop. And I think, people know that it's fun, that we're having fun, that we enjoy having people here.
Yes. It's all good.
Yeah.
So did
It's
you
all
tell me
good.
what you were knitting? Gwen says, oh my, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to look at this. Okay. I love your sweater. Ellen might want to knit one. Amy Briggs. Ginni, you're the reason I'm live tonight. Well, thanks a lot, people.
Thank you, Amy.
It's okay. My feelings are only a little bit hurt. Oh, there's Jennifer. Oh my God, there's your daughter right there. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? What did she say? Baby has for Christmas. Dad is not watching. Oh my God. Your husband's not watching. You be a movie star. Okay. My sweater is from Noro magazine. It's, I don't even know what the name of it is, but the pattern is wrong. It's in a, It's in one of the magazines. I will find it for you. But yeah, it's a short sweater. I made mine a lot longer, and I gave it a little opening on the side. But yeah, it's really fun. And I know, Gwen, that you had done that dress with a short rose. It's really similar to that, but it's in silk garden. It's a super fun project. I think it takes like 14 skeins of silk garden. So yeah, that's a really fun one.
Several people have made various versions of it.
Yes, lots of people. It would take up too much space to mention all my projects. Oh my gosh, too funny. Oh, Terry can finish her contentment. Oh my gosh. Terry and Rita. So yeah, you obviously were not on the live call today, Terry, because Rita's got all her pieces done, but she hasn't seen them up. So see, Rita, you can do it. You can do this, darling. All right. Ellen's doing our custom V-neck, custom tank, easy peasy poncho, contentment front. All right. Let's see. This reminds me of Coffee Talk on Saturday Night Live. Do I get to be Roseanne? No, you have to be Roseanne. You get the hair. I'm Jane Curtin. You're Rosanna.
Rosanna.
I love her. She was great. Oh, that's too funny. All right, what else we got? Contentment, throw over, and star flank. Meredith, you are always doing such cool stuff. That's great. Norma, finishing her Noro vest. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. Hi there, Mary. I asked Mary if she would be on the podcast with me too.
Okay, Mary, you need to do this sometime. It's fun. All three of us need to be
Oh my God, I don't think the world could handle it. We're going to in I guess it's June. Is it June?
I hope it's not the 18th. No, it's the end of the month, right in June. Yeah. Not the 18th. It's not the 18th.
I don't know I can't remember when it is. I don't know. It's like the 24th.
Yeah, it's like the 24th.
So there's this big yarn convention. I know it sounds really dorky, but it's going to be amazing. So there's this convention, and it used to be in Cologne, and it may still be in Cologne. I don't know, but they're bringing it to the United States. It's called H&H, and it's where it used to be. Like, see, TNNA was where all of the distributors came, and the yarn store owners would go and buy the yarn and see that, and that was really cool. But the yarn distributors and the yarn manufacturers would go to Cologne to this H&H show, where the people who actually spun the yarn, so the mills were there, and they displayed their stuff. And that's where, like, Barocco and Rowan and Juniper Moon and Noro and everybody, they would go and find the yarn, and they would be dealing with the the mills. So it's super exciting that H&H is going to be in the United States. So Ginny and Mary and I are all going to go out there.
We are.
Yes, it's in Chicago this summer. So I hope it's not.
I was looking up. Yeah, I thought.
I don't think.
I know I had it up.
It's not
before.
the 18th. I just looked at the hotel.
The
yeah,
it's not the 18th.
So
Rest
anyway,
easy, Jen.
Yeah. So it's. So we're going to go on Wednesday, and we're going to come back on Saturday, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
So
should be fun.
We have done that before. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, three of us went to TNNA.
We used to go to
TNNA.
Back. Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah, I think that's great. Let's
find all these cool things for you guys to bring back to you.
Yeah. So you have to tell us what you want. I mean, you probably don't even know what you want, right? You don't even know what's out there. Yeah. Cool stuff, I think.
Think about things that you always thought you wanted.
Right.
Like, why don't they make?
Yeah.
That's, and maybe somebody does.
Maybe somebody does. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, it's sort of funny because, if I were to say, oh, what do I really want out there? I think it's better to go with an open mind.
Yes.
Because what is it Steve Jobs said, or was he quoting Henry Ford? If I'd asked people what they wanted, they'd have said faster horses. That's not what they wanted. They wanted a car. They didn't even know they wanted a car.
No.
Right.
That's the the real innovative person that figures out what it is you need, and you didn't know it. Yes.
Amy trusts us. just us to overspend and bring in more crap than we need. And we'll never, ever sell in a million years. But we have it. We're so excited.
We have done that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did that this year.
Yeah, we did.
But I mean, I love it. I love having enough. You know what I mean? I love having, so when somebody says, because I've always wanted it to be a sweater store, right? Not that we don't support hats and mittens and all that other stuff, but like when somebody comes in and they say, I want to knit a sweater for my husband and he's 6'3" and he weighs 200 pounds. Do you have enough yarn? I've always liked that I can say, yes,
of course.
We have enough. We stock sweater quantity. So the whole idea of, a bag of this, a bag of that. No, bring me 3 bags. Let's have 3 bags. Because how much does it take to have a sweater? You don't want to not have enough.
Yeah, true. You want to be able to tell people that, yes, we have it. What you need is we've got it. And
right.
Don't worry. We'll not only have the right color, but we'll have the right dye lot.
Yes.
Which is
that's huge.
That's the really important thing.
Your hair looks really nice today.
Thank you. Does that mean it doesn't look nice?
No, that's not what it means. But it looks especially nice. Did you just get a cut?
No. I got it cut 3 weeks ago.
Well, I haven't hardly seen you.
That's true. Yeah.
It looks nice. Well, you had Thanksgiving and you had the whole crew for Thanksgiving.
Yes, had the whole crew for Thanksgiving, which was great fun. A little chaotic, but great fun. Yeah. We don't our family is fairly widespread, and so we don't get together all that often as a complete group. So, we try and see each other in small groups.
Yeah, but this was everybody.
But this was almost everybody. We were missing my granddaughter who's in England and my grandson and his family who were in Ohio with her family, with his wife's family.
You couldn't have had another 4 people.
We could.
You'd have made it work.
I could have made it work.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's what Thanksgiving and family and everything's about. Right. It's like there's always, like at the table, there's always room for one more.
I just would have needed to get a bigger turkey that might not possibly have fit into my oven.
I think that's one of the things that was so hard about COVID is I love the idea of pull up a chair. Let's scoot in. Let's get close together. There's always room. We'll make room. And when you have to social distance,
you can't do that.
It doesn't feel as welcoming.
Same, right. Hopefully we won't have to go back to that.
We won't. No, we're not even going to talk about that. We're not even going to think about that. Yes, we will surprise you. Mary's right. Okay. What did Ellen Orr say? Surprises. Yes. Yes, we will surprise you with fabulous and delightful things. Nothing worse than a yarn store that doesn't have sweater quantities. Yes. Oh my God. So true. So true. So true. So what's on your radar? I mean, I don't know about you, but as soon as I get really close to finishing one thing, I feel like that opens me up to another thing. What's on your radar for next?
What's on my radar? Well, I'm not close to finishing anything right now, so I'm more focused right now on trying to get back to the things that I put aside for those few weeks. Several people talk about sweater store, but several people have asked me if we're going to do some more hats for the fall, for the winter. So I've been kind of playing with ideas, just in my head of looking at some stitch designs and stuff of maybe what could be done with some of the yarns that we have here, because there are some cool yarns here that haven't been used yet in projects.
They haven't had their moment in the sun.
They haven't had their moment in the sun. So so I think that's what I'm going to put my head to that.
Good.
Kind of look at the yarns and look for some patterns that I could put together into hats. The other thing that I'd like to do, Jennifer, my daughter, who's made her father a pair of gloves a number of years back, and he's worn them out. I've stitched them together, several times. So hint, hint, Jen. he would
Are you
like
still on,
he
Jen?
would like Jen, you're still on there. He would like another pair of gloves. And so if you don't have
But
the
no
time
rush.
for it,
TikTok.
no, you don't have the time for it. Perhaps I could get around to it. But
Can you guys teach me to knit over Zoom? Heck yeah. Hubby and I got our boosters today, and we will still wear our masks. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. We appreciate that. So yeah, we can absolutely teach you to knit over Zoom. I did a lot of knitting lessons over Zoom. In fact, I mean, the whole membership site is really fun because I have this camera that, you can see the face. Not that you want to see my face that much, but you can see my face. And then I have a camera that goes from the top and it shows my hands. I mean, I did an Entrelac class that way, and that's what I do. That's how I film all the technique videos that are in the site. So yeah, can teach you. The only thing that's tough about teaching over Zoom is it's best if you have a camera that can show what you're doing. So that because that's the thing about a video is you can watch a video, but the video can't watch you. So like in a live Zoom thing, if you can set your phone up or something, or have a iPad and then your phone so that I can see you and then I can also see your hands, that would be totally a thing we could do. So that's really fun.
I think that the live class that we have, and I tell people, I'm all for YouTube. I think YouTube is a great resource. There was nothing like that when I was knitting, learning to knit. And the thing is that when somebody is there watching you, and they can stop you before you get too far, where you're not doing things correctly. If you're wrapping your yarn incorrectly, it's not that you're holding it wrong, but you're the process that you're doing, there's some little thing that you're doing that isn't quite right, and the person on YouTube, even though you stop it to look at it again, isn't going to be able to say, but don't you see the difference?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It makes a big difference. Yeah. Do you just not want to, you don't have time to come to the shop, or you just would be happy that way, Susan? So either way is fine. I would be delighted to work with you. So it is fun. And I don't know. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you can't really get a sense of people over Zoom. I think you can. I think you really can. I mean, we have quite a little community, I think. Certainly in a club, it's a nice group, and people who've never met in person are kind of there.
So, I think you can certainly build a community, and as Ellen said, if you have the opportunity to be able to have your hands on camera, that's huge. That's really important, to have your hands on camera,
right? So that I can see what you're doing,
right? So and catch you before you do something, that isn't going to work. It's going to be it's going to disappoint you. That's the thing. It's going to frustrate you and disappoint you.
Yes. So absolutely. So you're not much of a shawl knitter either, are you?
Well, I think the problem is that there's only so many shawls that one can have and wear. And so, and what do you do with them after a while? I have boxes of,
Do you wear them? I wanted to show you guys.
Well, I do wear them. I haven't done much in the last couple of years. Last year, because nobody was going anywhere to wear shawls. So
hang on. So Gwen says Ginny could do a class on Entrelac. Gwen, my darling, there is a class on Entrelac in the membership site. It's right there. It's in the knitting toolbox. It's a class on Entrelac. You can see it. It's got like four or five sections: your base triangles, your tier 1 triangle, your tier 1 rectangles, and then your tier 2 rectangles. So it's all right there if you want to do it. It's a recorded class, but very fun. Didn't you take that class? I think you took that class, right? All right. I would see, Rita. I would have to be, I would have to be patient to set my hands up for you to see. All right. Sell them. What are we selling? Oh, sell the shawls. There you go. You could sell the shawls.
Sell my shawls, the ones that I'm not wearing anymore. where would I sell them? I guess I'd have to put them
You
up
put together an Etsy
an
site.
Etsy site.
Ginni.
I'd have to. Oh God, more technology.
You don't see yourself? Maybe you could do a little craft booth and sell them at. This is not your thing?
No.
I know it's not your thing.
No.
Hawking your stuff.
Hawking my stuff, right? Yeah. I'll end up giving them away. Is what I'll end up doing.
Sometimes we do sample sales
Right.
in the shop. We
Yeah.
did those.
Right.
We maybe should do that before Christmas. Do a sample sale or
That's
something.
probably a good idea before Christmas. To
Would
have
that be
sample
fun? A
shows.
sample sale?
Yeah, some
Yeah,
of
maybe
those
something.
things. Mm-hmm. I'll bring my stuff in. I'll have my booth here.
I've already gotten rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I really have moved stuff out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So,
it's funny how you sort of look at things that you used to think were really great, and then you're like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I was wearing this.
true, right? But I mean, well, your tastes change a little bit, and also as you mature, things change. Your body changes, and so and that makes a difference in what looks good on you and what you feel comfortable in. So yes, so it's
So no crop tops and booty shorts?
only at home for Chuck.
Now we know what goes on at home. Now we know why it's not boring after 60 years at Ginni's house.
He's the one wearing them. Don't anybody say that.
Jennifer, just try to unsee that. Oh my God.
Sorry.
This is why it's so fun to be live. We haven't even had anything to drink. Oh, wait.
I
had a drink at Sweet Bay before this with Mandy, so that was really fun. Amy, Ginni went from tall and slender to tall and slim. Yes, exactly. Yes, poor Ginni. She's really struggling with her weight. Tall and thin. Oh, poor girl.
Well, it's not quite as thin as it was.
You're still gorgeous. I know other knitters who have lovely garments that they've outgrown and they're looking to donate them. See, that's the thing. It's so hard. I don't know how to donate stuff. I mean, Jennifer, Ginni's daughter, TMI. Are you scarred?
I'm just joking,
Are you
Jennifer.
scarred, Jennifer? Oh my! Whoops.
Well, you just lost your fur.
I just lost my
fur.
fur.
Yeah.
All right. So what time is it? Oh, we're good. This
What time
was
is
so fun. I don't know. 7:47.
Oh,
7:47. It's like an
Okay.
airplane.
Yeah, 747.
Right.
Do they still fly those? Okay. So,
Do they?
I don't know. Probably.
You're crying.
I was laughing. Yeah, I was laughing.
Know,
So
you're laughing so hard you're
I'm
crying.
crying. Right?
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this was fun. I want to do this again next week. Would this be good? This is so much better than just me. If I laughed like this by myself, they'd come and arrest me. No. They'd send the men in the white coats. What's wrong with that woman?
You need to have Mary on. So.
I will. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Because Mary's fun too.
Yes, she is.
Mary and I would laugh.
Yes, you would.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right. There's room for all three of us on the couch.
Sure. Just to put the lips away. Okay.
All right, you guys. This has been great. But Zoom of Intarsia. Okay, let's see. The Zoom of Intarsia. We could have an exchange. Oh, Eveline, what a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
We could have an exchange store for garments and yarn. Jennifer's just jealous of the cashmere booty shorts. Yes, I think so. Maybe you should knit some cashmere booty shorts. You know, we have a pattern.
Yeah.
I can hook you up.
There is a pattern out there.
For booty shorts. Yeah, actually it was in the mode collection last summer.
Yes, because
Right?
we know somebody that made a pair that didn't carry make shorts. She knits shorts.
Carrie did knit shorts. But that was a different pattern. But those are still really cute.
Okay, yeah.
And then I know that Melissa Reeder knit a pair of trousers in the cotton glacé.
Cotton glacé.
I think maybe I'm confusing a couple different patterns, but I know somebody told me that she knit a pair of pants, and I thought those would be great. I really wanted to knit those white trousers.
Yeah, you were talking about making the white trousers in the mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the worst customer in the world. I would hate myself if I were a customer. I'm the most indecisive, change my mind person. Yeah, it would be awful. You would hate me. You would say, "Oh my God, there's that Ellen again. Don't let her in the
I'd
store."
I'd never hate you, Ellen. This is the most fun. But how many years is it now?
A lot. Okay, so I opened the store in 2004, and you came to work in like 2007.
2007. Because yes, that was why I was hanging out here, and Chuck was bringing me here and leaving me here. So
I was babysitting you, knit sitting you,
knit sitting me, right? So again, you're clumsy Ginny. I broke a hip, and so while I was healing, my husband would drive me over here and leave me for the day, rather than having to wait on me. So it was better for me to be here and have other people wait on me. So.
We liked it. So I remember when you first started coming to the shop. Do you remember this? So this was back. I mean, you moved here in when?
2002.
Okay, so Ginny was knitting all of these. This is like when the fun fur thing. Everything was like fun fur, all the novelty yarns. And Ginny is a devoted member of St. Andrew's Church, and they would have the bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ginny was knitting up garter stitch scarves in novelty yarn by the score. Oh. And she came in one day and she said, "I am so tired of knitting garter stitch scarves. I need something really challenging." So I pulled out this book. Was that no. Who was it?
It was
it was the Knitter's XRX collection of books of patterns.
Yes, it was.
And this was a vest. Who
right.
was the designer? I want to say it was Elizabeth Lavold, or who's that other gal?
No,
really complicated.
Yeah, it was a
Alice
Celtic.
Starmore.
Might have been Alice Starmore.
Might have been.
It was a Celtic. It was 7 different Celtic patterns.
Right, and it had. So we're talking fingering weight yarn, okay, with all these cables everywhere. And you know how cables have like different gauge, so it would pull in like this and that. So here, where the cables pulled in, you had to do short rows on the picked up stitches along the edge to make sure that they were that balanced it all out.
Right.
On size 1 needles.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It was a. I'm not sure they were ones, but they were probably down on like a 2 or 3.
But you would have done your ribbing on ones.
Yeah. So it was fine yarn, fine needles in very intricate 7 panels. 7 different things that you were doing across the front and then across the back. It was a vest. So you didn't have to do sleeves. That was a bonus. You didn't have to do the sleeves.
No.
But it was fun to knit. It really was fun to knit. So,
and
we're going into the fair.
I have to tell. So Ginny decides she's going to enter it in the fair.
I didn't know that they have the county fair here. And Ellen said, you ought to put your sweater into the county fair. And I thought, oh, really? You could do something like that? I was a city girl. Grew up in the city. Not that we spent a whole lot of time married life in city, but never quite as rural as this was. And so I took it over to the fair and put it in, and by golly, it won a blue ribbon. Right? And the comment that they made on it, I have to go back on steps. So it was a vest and it needed buttons. So I came into the shop, and Kathy was working here at that time. And she said, "Oh, we have these buttons here that have like a little Celtic knot on them." So they were, silver metal buttons. So I bought the buttons and put the buttons on. So anyway, it went to the fair and it won the blue ribbon. And the comment on the card was, "Good choice of buttons."
honestly, that should have won Best in Show.
Well, I took my $2 prize or whatever it was, and I've never put anything else in the fair again because I thought it's not worth my time or money to go through.
It really, I mean, I think it was really disappointing because it was so much work, and I don't know that people really recognize.
But it was fun to do. I mean, and that's what I go back to what I said earlier was, for me, it's the process. For me, it's the process. And the problem with those garter stitch scarves was the process was getting boring, really boring.
The garter stitch scarves.
The garter stitch scarves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Ginny needs to challenge your brain. I don't need any additional challenge for my brain. My brain is fully challenged, just living life.
Yeah.
You know? So it's all good.
So,
all right.
We're a good match.
We are a good match. Anything that's hard, I just give it to Ginny. Figure this out, Ginny. I think this would be a really cool technique to teach. Why don't you figure it out and teach it?
Do it. Right.
Oh, okay. Yes. We need to do that stacked stitches still.
Oh, yes.
Who is interested? I think Norma had said something about that.
I do know that.
Do you still own that? Do you still own that vest? I have a picture of Ginny in that vest.
I don't own it because it actually ended up with some tears in it. I was not careful enough with the buttons and stuff, and or else the bugs got to it. Yeah. But there were holes in it, and it was not something that I was going to try and fix. And so it just went by the wayside.
Yeah.
I mean, it had its life. So
I do have a picture of Ginny wearing that, and I will find that. Yeah, I'll have to find that and put it on there because you wore it to one of the parties that we used to have. We used to have parties in the shop. Holiday parties.
The holiday thing. Right? So yeah, actually, Ellen has this marvelous collection of photos. And she sent me this thing the other day of this photo. This popped up on my photo gallery, my memory thing, and I looked at it and I thought, "Ye gods!"
What was that?
Another sweater was the Annie Modicid workshop.
Oh my gosh! And Mary was in that too.
Okay. And so I mean, but I said, "Oh, good heavens! The red sweater that I was wearing in that is long gone." Right? It was the Annie Modicid's workshop for doing the circular jacket.
Right.
And I do have the circular jacket still.
Do you?
I do.
That was cute.
Haven't worn that in a while, so hopefully it doesn't have holes in it. But
that was such a dramatic looking garment.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Mary's still. Mary, are you still on? I don't know if you're still on, but do you still have that? Because that was really pretty. That was on. Oh my gosh, this was probably 2005. It was.
Yeah, it's right, 5, 6. It was before I started to work here.
Yeah.
So
it was on the cover of the Vogue Knitting holiday issue.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had the designer here to teach that, and she was very cool.
Yeah, but I always thought that was a really cool jacket. Anytime I ever wore that jacket, and so it had to be that because I know I wore it in places like going to New York or something, and they have it on, and every now and again somebody would say something to me about, "I've seen that jacket before. Where have I seen that?" And I said, "On the cover of a magazine." They go, "Oh, really? Oh, wow.
You're a rock star." Oh my God.
That's kind of cool.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
What do you feel like when people stop you and ask you if you've knitted that or did you knit that? Do you think people do that? Do they ask you mostly or not?
Yes. Sometimes people will ask, a lot of times people don't, or you can see that they're hesitant about asking.
Are those people that you know or people that you don't know?
People that I know will say, I'm assuming, like they just assume that I've made it, right? But there have been strangers who have, when it is something dramatic like that, they'll look at it and then you can see that they're kind of hesitating about it. And, and if I guess it depends on the expression on my face. So it's like, keep your thoughts to yourself.
You never want to be on the other end of one of Ginny's looks.
Yeah. But yeah, people have asked me, and total strangers have said something about, do you mind if I ask if you made that? So, and where you got it. Sometimes it's where you got it. So,
wow.
And then,
see, that's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah, that's the ultimate compliment.
Where did you
get that? Right.
Yeah.
And then you can just look at it and say, oh, it's just something I whipped up the other day.
Do you say that?
No,
That would be ugly.
Yes, that would be ugly. So
You're not ugly. You wouldn't do that.
No,
that would not be nice.
No. So, try to be gracious.
Yes.
Try to be gracious.
But it's so hard when you're so awesome. Ginny struggles with this.
Yeah, I do.
You and Chuck both. Chuck really struggles with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
Chuck is pretty cool. They're a fun couple, you know.
Yeah, Ellen and her husband adopted us many years ago.
We do all the holidays together, except this Thanksgiving.
Except this Thanksgiving. Well, yeah, we're usually not here for Thanksgiving, but you know.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if we have any other. There's always surprises you act. Yes, people actually are. Oh, Mary has 2.
That's right. Oh, right.
Yes, Mary made 2 of
we'll
those.
have to bring them in, Mary.
Yeah, you have to grab those, and the 2 of you can wear them. I'll wear one of yours, Mary, because I never made one.
Right.
It was too hard. I don't like hard things. I like boring knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I do like short rows, though.
Yeah.
I like things that are easy.
Right.
So, all right. So have you ever done, let's see, what did Jennifer say? Do you still own that? Yes, she still does own that. One person's fun is another's PhD. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Amy. That's exactly what I think. Yeah, it was a fun idea.
Right.
It was a great idea. You know, it was like a super thing. That's the kind of thing I would buy all the yarn for and have it someplace and say, "Oh,
yeah, I really want to do that," and then never quite.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you knit it again? I mean, it's similar. Think about that. The construction of that garment. It's this great big sort of circular garment with sleeves, and you can wear it upside down. I mean, think about it versus the that one that was in the book. The whole.
Oh, yeah, I made that one.
What was that called?
Yeah, I have that book.
I have that book too.
Yeah, they're all the circular.
They're all
ones.
circles.
They're kind of circular or ovals or something with the sleeves. I think the problem with that you started small. I mean, you started with the middle of the circle.
With the Annie's one.
Well, both of them. You
Oh, they both?
Yeah.
No.
The other one
starts. You cast on 40 million stitches.
Billion stitches, right? But the Annie Modisette one, you started with this, just a few little stitches, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I mean, it was like, oh my God, I've got all of these stitches that I have to go around and around and around and around, right? And at the time, mine, I don't know about yours, Mary, but mine has a little of that fun fur stuff along the edge, the very edge, because that's what was in at the time. So, I said it was a fun thing to do at the time. It was kind of exciting. It was new, exciting, because it was in the vogue.
Yeah, it was. Is that it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Circular shrug. How much? 180 projects. I wonder if Mary's project. Did you put yours on?
No.
Ravelry?
I'm not very good about putting things on Ravelry. Sorry.
All right.
I have all of these pictures of things that I've done, but I never put them up on Ravelry.
Okay, here's one. There it is. Okay, so this is the picture from.
Yeah, that's the one that was on the magazine.
I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you can see it. Since we've been talking about it. All right, mouse, get over here. How do I do this? That's not it. Oh my gosh, technology. I think it's this mouse. I think I'm having a bad time with the mouse. I am definitely having a bad time with the mouse. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Ellen is struggling here.
And now I've just lost it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I need to get my IT department in here to help me with this. Oh well.
But anyway, it is. We give you enough clues on there of it's a circular shrug, a circular jacket.
Annie Modesitt. It's
Annie
called
Modesitt.
Circular Shrug. Annie Modesitt.
And that's Modesitt. I think Annie
Poor
Modesitt.
Annie Modesitt
Annie died
passed away
several years ago.
Yeah, she did. She was a very nice gal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I can't get the mouse to work at all, so I'm sorry. Until the IT department comes and figures this out, I'm just going to be stuck. So, all right, let's see. We have a couple new comments. If I can get the mouse over here. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is awful.
I see the.
Do you see the mouse? There it is.
There
okay.
it is.
Let's see, Meredith. My first sweater was a cardigan, and I didn't pick up enough ribbing stitches. Someone commented on liking my sweater, and I was like, well, it's because I screwed up. No, it's too funny. Yeah, swirl. That's it. Swirl coats. Thank you, Danette.
The swirl coat, right.
Yeah. Yes, knit swirl. That's exactly right, Carolyn. Thank you. Yep. All right. Okay. So, anyway, this was fun.
It was.
I'm gonna go. I think we've been going an hour, so you guys have been amazing. I think we'll do this again. I like this way better. We'll do it with Mary. Yeah, Mary's going to be on next time. If Mary can get free on a Wednesday,
we'll get a date.
Yeah, we'll find somebody. We'll find some victim. Oh my goodness! And maybe it'll just have to be Ginny again. That's so much fun. All right, ladies. Thank you guys so much. And if I can figure out how to end this broadcast, I will do that. If I can get my mouse. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Okay. It was great being with you guys.
Yeah. It's great being with me too, right?
Yes. It's always great. It's always great being with Alan and Mary. I come on the days I'm not working to hang out with Mary occasionally.
Yes. All right. Okay. How do I do this? Why can't I get my mouse over here? Oh, this is awful.
Actually, we may be on for the rest of the day. Evening, right? Tomorrow morning.
No,
you can tune in at 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll still be here.
No, we won't. All right. How do I do this? Oh my God, this is awful.
I see the mouse up there.
You do see the mouse up there?
I see the mouse up there.
I see the mouse up there too.
Okay.
Putting paper. So I actually have a mouse pad.
Oh, did you do something?
I did something, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted this to go. Oh my stars! This is just horrible.
Shall I run home and get another mouse?
No. I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, there it is. All right.
Okay.
Oh, we're going. All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye.